Good morning, YouTube. Today starts a new chapter for the channel. We're gonna go fly out to Florida and pick up our new Lamborghini.
I'm fooling y'all, man. I was fooling y'all. Those was jokes.
Well, good morning, YouTube. Today we were supposed to fly out and go buy our new Lamborghini Gallardo, and yeah, it all went to shit. And so I'm gonna tell you all about what went wrong. Yeah, if you're new to the channel, my name is Dan, this is my garage, and this channel is all about the supercar ownership experience. And if you didn't know, we sold my Ferrari 458 so that we could get another car, so we could get another supercar that is probably less reliable, something that maybe need a little bit of work so we could do some more DIY content, including installing that Klein exhaust. So I actually specifically sought out a Lamborghini Gallardo. I bought that exhaust in anticipation of getting one, and the deal completely fell apart today. So I'm gonna be showing you what went wrong. It's just it's classic bait and switch or something, I don't know. Anyway, it's really frustrating story. Yeah, we'll jump right into it. But before we get started real quick, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. We do appreciate when you guys support us. And also go visit normalguysupercar.com. There you can buy parts and services for your supercar. Use the code NGS10. It hooks you up with 10% off almost everything we sell. Okay, so I put down a deposit a little over a week ago on a car at Carrio Motor Cars in Fort Lauderdale, Carrio. I was calling this morning to verify everything was all set because I was supposed to hop on a plane. Everything seemed like it was gonna be normal, and all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, the car has transmission problems. And he starts off saying, oh, it's got minor transmission problems. I'm like, okay, well, what's wrong with it? Well, I don't know. We send it off to our technicians, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, yeah, I don't think you should fly out today, but you know, oh, we've got this other Superleggera that you should get, and well, it's $180,000, but we can sell it to you for $165.
Well, I can't give you the car, Krusty, but I can let you have this little number for practically nothing. You want my advice? I think you should buy this car.
And I'm like, dude, I don't want to spend more money. I wanted that one specifically. I wanted that high mileage one because I wanted to get the one that needed the work. That was part of the point, was to get one that needed work. Turns out that that was all a scam. It wasn't even a Superleggera, it was a regular Gallardo. So I'm gonna show you all this stuff. Here's a bunch of the phone calls.
And somehow, some way, you still think I'm doing the wrong thing? I don't understand how that makes any sense. I'm doing the right thing, and I actually just started working here. I just started running the store, and I'm focusing on doing the right thing. And this is already a case.
Dude, you've got reviews specifically mentioning you by name for this entire year. How can you say you just started?
Yeah, correct. I started here for 1 year. That's
not just started. Just starting is like a month, dude. I mean, the story just keeps.
I just started running the store probably like a week or two ago. But yeah, I've been working in sales here for about a year.
So you're going to send me my money back. I just want to make sure that that's happening, and you're unwilling.
That's going to happen.
Okay. Well, I want it back today by wire.
I'm going to see how the company sends their money back. I believe they're going to have to send you a check and send it to your home address.
No, you can either ACH me or wire me the money. If you do not, I will be on that plane, and I will be there, and it's going to be ugly, man. You need to send me a wire immediately.
Sure, I will do my best, but I do not send the wires. I do not. It's not something I handle. So that's the owners that do that. That's not something that has nothing to do with me.
Tell your owner he needs to send me a wire immediately.
Okay, I will inform them and see what they say.
Okay.
I can't guarantee anything.
All right. Well, I'm calling back in 15 minutes, and there better be a wire underway. Do you need my banking information?
Yes, sir. If you can send me the bank wiring information, everything that the account where it left the money from. So if they do accept, if they are willing to wire, then I have no problems with that. That's not.
You guys are a business. There's no reason you won't be doing a wire. You guys do this stuff all the time.
Per records, you know, just to show you that we refunded the money. Obviously, they have their policies and their protocols. That's nothing that they change. So if that's something that they change and they're willing to change for you, I have no problem against it. But their policy is, you know, they send the check back when it's any refunds or anything like that. So that's just the way that they do it.
Let me talk to your owner.
He's not in right now.
Okay, well then, what in the, man, dude, this is like getting worse and worse and worse.
I'm telling you, we can write you a check and we can mail it to
No,
your home, and I
you
can send you a
can-
tracking number today.
You can send me a wire today.
Okay, let me get with them and let me see if that's going to be a possibility. I'm just telling you, we've never done that, so let me see if for some odd reason they're willing to change their policy and make it convenient for you. If they are, I have nothing against it. I will ask them.
All right. Well, they need to do a wire. I'm not going to accept anything else other than a wire today.
Okay.
Gotta be f***ing kidding me. Well, YouTube, there's two possibilities. Either they're running a scam or they just totally did a massive bullshit thing and bait and switch or something. I don't know. Anyway, so here's what happened. I called them to verify that the car was going to be ready to go and they got all the paperwork and everything is fine. And he's like, oh, I have some bad news. Something's wrong with the transmission of the car. We sent it to a mechanic on Thursday. You don't want this car, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, yo, I already bought plane tickets and hotel rooms. They're non-refundable. I'm out over $1,000 already. Plus you have my $5,000 deposit. He's like, well, we can use that towards this other car we have, this other Superleggera. And they're like, oh, we'll sell it to you at our cost. Right. Well, yeah, it turns out that is just a Gallardo. It's not a Superleggera at all. At this point, I'm just so frustrated. I'm like, you know what, give my money back. And now they're like, oh, we're going to mail you a check. No, they're going to send me a wire today. Unbelievable. This is Carrio, C-A-R-R-I-O Motor Cars in Fort Lauderdale. Just so you guys know, so you probably don't want to deal with them in the future. They're being really dishonest. No matter what, they're definitely dishonest because I actually had Adam call them and ask about the Gallardo and they said it's sold. So no dealership, if they're dealing with the car, even if it's broken, is going to say it's sold. They're going to say, hey, you know, we're working on the car or whatever. It's not available for some reason. They're not going to say it's sold. So, and then the guy's like, oh, I've only been working here a short period of time. No, he's been there over a year. I looked at the reviews. They specifically mentioned that guy by names. This is going to be ugly. So we'll see what happens. I might have to fly out there just to get up in their shit. So they're claiming that I need to send them a form from my bank so that they can send a wire, which is not true. There's no such thing as a form. You just send a wire. You just call your bank and say, I'm sending a wire. Here's the account number, here's the routing number, poof, off it goes. Just wanted to show you guys real quick. This is the Gallardo that they're like trying to convince me to buy now. You can see they're listing it for $180, and he told me it's a Superleggera, but even though it's listed as a Gallardo, and so I googled the VIN number, and you come up here, and here it is previously, and you can see, yeah, that's a regular Gallardo. Oh look, hey, it's sold for $130 in Dallas at 10,000 miles. It's currently at 20,000 something miles, but you can see that is a regular Gallardo. That is not a Superleggera in any way, especially based on the interior. The interiors of the Superleggeras do not, as far as I know, come in leather. So that is just a regular Gallardo. So they're trying to scam me on that, trying to get me to buy a Gallardo. Yeah, and here it is on another website. You can see listed as a Gallardo, not as a Superleggera. So yeah, I'm pretty convinced now that Carrio Motor Cars is pretty dishonest.
You reached the voicemail box of Stefan Weiser with Carrier Motor Cars. At the tone, please.
Yeah, I sent you a letterhead with the wiring instructions.
Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate that. I'm going to send it right to the owner right now. So just give me a few seconds. All right, so just give us a few so you can go ahead and process this, and we can get this wire out to you, okay?
All right.
All right, sir.
Mm-hmm. Bye. I am working on getting my money back. They're dragging their feet. They wanted to send me a check, and I was like, no, you're going to send me a wire. And they're like, we don't send wires. I'm like, you're a business. You're going to send me a wire. So.
Oh, wow. You can make a great episode out of this.
Yeah, right. I know. I'm like, so now I'm just working to get my $5,000 back. I'm going to lose the money for the plane tickets and for the hotel, but I mean, whatever. I guess
There's nothing you can do. I don't want you to step on a plane to get a car that is not available.
Right. Well, so I'm going to call Scott, and I'm going to have Scott try and go out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just to like film it or something.
Oh, you think Scott would do?
Oh, hell yeah, he'll do it. Yeah, he'll do it.
Okay, I guess focus on getting the $5,000 back.
Yeah, so they're dragging their feet. We'll see if they do it.
You sent them a wire though, right?
Yes. I'm looking up other Superleggeras now.
Because you're dead set on that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I already bought an exhaust for it.
Okay.
I guess I could still sell the exhaust, but,
You don't want to do that to Klein.
Exactly. They gave me a good deal on it. Downside is it's going to be more expensive. Nothing's that cheap, but that's fine, whatever.
Okay, is Adam super pissed?
Yeah, he's pissed because he was like looking forward to it. I was looking forward to it.
Okay, so now I find different car. You should just make an episode about this and just tell the saga.
Oh yeah, no, and I even told him, I was like, full disclosure, I'm gonna talk about this on my YouTube channel and blast you guys.
Yeah.
It's not like they don't know it's coming.
This is total bullshit.
Yep, this is the wonderful world of supercars. Well,
such fucking bullshit. Okay, well, I love you.
All right, I love you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So the long story short is, you look up, his name is in a ton of the reviews, and it's all bad. It's generally bad. People saying that it, was bait and switch stuff, that they got crappy cars, etc., etc. Sounds like that's kind of their MO. So I would say I'm advising people to avoid them. I will not refer clients to them. If someone's finding a car there, I'm not going to waste my time with them anymore. The money is in my account at this point. They did actually refund me, so at least that is good. I'm not out $5,000. I am out the fees for the hotel, and now I have a big credit on my flights. So we'll use that at some point in the future, I guess. No big deal there. Super frustrating. This is kind of some of the bullshit that you have to deal with. Unfortunately, when you're dealing with these supercar companies, is a lot of the dealerships that aren't like major dealerships do play these games, and this was the most disappointing experience I've had. I don't know that I've had anyone be so dishonest with any of my clients like this. I've done hundreds of transactions now, and this was the first time it was like very dishonest. So everything he said is kind of full of shit in my opinion. So obviously avoid Cario Motor Cars at all costs. So where does that leave us today? Well, I made some more phone calls, and actually I bought another car. So I will show you that and everything that's dealing with that in the next video. We'll talk about buying that car. So stay tuned for all that. You guys need to like, share, and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and of course go visit normalguyssupercar.com. We do appreciate when you guys do all that. It does support us, so thank you so much. But we'll be doing more car stuff, so you're going to want to stay tuned. It's going to be sweet. Hey YouTube, I was just finishing editing this video, and I realized that I never talked about the actual car I was going to buy. And I kind of want to put it on blast to give anyone who's going to buy this car in the future a warning. They pulled the listing, so if you click on the link to the Auto Trader listing, I bookmarked it. You can see it says this car is no longer available. I went to the Cario Motor Cars website, and they pulled it off their website, so it's gone. I don't know if they sold it or if it is whatever. I don't know. They said they're going to send it to auction or something like that. Who knows? I have the VIN number. I'm going to put that here and in the description below. Avoid that car. I was trying to buy it because it was the highest mileage and cheapest Superleggera in the country and probably the world. It had over 111,000 miles. I thought that'd be fun to do because it was definitely going to need some work, and that was expected. But the problem was I couldn't drive it home. We were flying out to drive it home, and he told me more than once that it was completely fine, no check engine lights, completely drivable, ready to rock and roll. And I told him, I'm like, I'm going to fly out and drive it home. And he's like, oh yeah, I'll be fine, blah, blah, blah. I fully expected it to have issues, but obviously a transmission failure is kind of not going to allow me to drive it home. If I had been trailering it, it would have been a different story. And also, they said, oh, we're going to just send it to auction. They'd sell it to me for $90. And I said, no, like, I'll buy it for like $80 or something like that. And he's like, we can't sell it for that much. And I'm like, well, that's how much I would pay for it. I still was going to try and get it because, I don't care if the transmission's blown. I can replace the transmission for $20,000. That's not a problem. But anyway, avoid that car unless you want a real big project. It sounds like it might be going up for auction, or hopefully some sucker didn't end up with it. There you go. Avoid Cario Motor Cars, and I'll show you guys the new car. I did get that whole deal solidified, so we're picking it up a week from today. So now we have to wait another week to get a car. So you're going to stay tuned for that. That'll be sweet.